And I'm going to show you a little video of this whole disc brake deal. Here's your caliper. Alright, it's pretty basic. And then you got your soft line right there, leaving the caliper. And it goes into the hard line. And all this is out of a ZJ. I removed my factory brake lines. So all the brake lines that I'm using are actually from the ZJ. And it works out better. You know, you're going to use the brake lines and the proportioning valve. Another deal that you need to get is, see back here, you got these studs right here. There's 4 of them, and that's what holds the backing plate on, and they are longer than what's on your XJ. Alright, there's the 2 others. They're longer than the ones on the XJ, and you need them when you do the conversion. You need to grab the studs and the nuts. I can kind of zoom in here. You can kind of see the nuts. You know, there's the 1 or the 2 or whatever, and then there's more back here. You need that so the backing plate will go on. And obviously you need to remove your axle shaft so you can get the backing plate on. And unfortunately I do not have another backing plate to show you, but there's a little bevel on the backing plate itself, and what you gotta do is you just have to sand that bevel so it's flat. I mean, you can call it a bevel, a taper. You'll definitely notice it. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about when you see it. And you have to sand that completely down and then just make it a nice flat smooth surface, and it'll slide right on there, right in place. You know, you don't have to go crazy with it, just make sure that that bevel's gone. Once that bevel's gone, it fits perfectly. I'm going to climb underneath here, and I'll show you what I did with the prop valve. So you run the ZJ brake line up and around, and here's your prop valve right here. Alright? And you got to twist it sideways compared to what was on your axle. You see how it's raised right here? That normally should wrap around the axle a 90-degree switch from where it's at right now. But it works perfectly fine where it's at. The reason you have to do this is basically just to fit those brake lines so you don't have to fabricate anything. It works perfectly fine. There is no difference whether you do it the right way or flip it 90 degrees. And here's the other brake line. As you can see, it runs up into here, and that goes to the pedal. And now your other brake line is right here. This is the other hydraulic line right here, and that goes right here and right into the front. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it goes right into the front of the adjuster there, or the proportion valve rather.